Hey, what's up? This is Rod. Welcome to my show, How to Overcome Life. Overcoming life is really the ultimate challenge because life is such that life is so consistent. It never stops. It keeps going. And there are so many different challenges on so many different levels that sometimes overcoming these challenges can seem like such a difficult thing. So you have to condition your mind because ultimately life is a mind game. And sometimes when we begin our journey towards trying to overcome the challenges that sit in front of us, there is this, we get distracted by the material world, the physical things that we see. So for example, if let's say your challenge is you want to get in shape, you've been eating and you haven't been taking care of your diet and you have not been working out and you've kind of just let go, right? Because you got other things going on in life. You got your family, you got your kids, then you got your own stuff, right? It can be very easy to get distracted and believe that your challenge is losing weight, when really the challenge is not losing weight at all. The real challenge is overcoming the feeling of being overweight in your mind. Your mind, it's where all of the damage is done, because your mind is the place where your feelings about being overweight really exist. That's the real challenge. Is, I've seen in my life, when I was young, I used to always be curious about people who succeed but don't look like they should succeed. Like they don't have that polish, that look, right? And even today, sometimes I'll see, it's not really today, it's kind of different now, but I can see other people who are where I used to be, who will look at somebody and think to themselves, this person doesn't look like they should succeed. And but then they do succeed. And I'm always curious when I look at that person and wonder if they know that it has absolutely nothing to do with the way they look, and sometimes, you see it like one of the easiest ways to see it is when you see someone doing something and they don't look like it. Like there's this basketball player, I don't know the brother's name, but he's all over social media. He's real tall and he's real heavy, but he doesn't look anything like what he can do. I mean, this guy, he's a killer on the court. He's doing it. I think he came out of college to go pro this year. I'm not sure because I don't really watch sports like I used to anymore. But the point that I'm trying to make is the real challenge is always to control the space between your ears. And there's a very simple hack, a very simple mind hack to controlling the space between your ears. And I'm going to share that with you right now. The hack to controlling the space between your ears is, do not think of it as in you have to control that space for the rest of your life, even though that's true. The way that you control the space between your ears is to realize that nothing lasts forever, and that really you just need to control your 24, your every day, like one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. Don't focus on trying to hold down every single thought. Focus on holding down the thought that you presently have, the minute that exists right now. And it'll get easier for you to control because in your mind is not too much. See, sometimes we overload our minds. We give our minds all of these things to think about and tasks to figure out, and it overwhelms us. And once we're overwhelmed, it becomes very difficult to control our mind because our mind has all of these defaults in it, these things that will allow us to, you know what, I'm not going to do this right now. You know what, I'm going to put this off until next week. Or you know what, I'll do this later. Or, you know, eventually I'll get to it. Those kinds of things. The mind does those kind of things all the time, but it gives us an out because it doesn't like stress. But the trick to life is to be stronger than life. So if you keep taking the outs that your mind will give you, you won't be stronger than life. You'll find yourself in a position where life is always hitting you. And if you're living like that, then you know that any challenge, you're already defeated. You're already defeated. And you can't find enough motivation to drive you through the execution process of, let's say, like I said earlier, for losing weight or moving up in your job or beginning a business or anything that you want in life. You have to understand that life is so consistent that it's not going to stop. But the hack to life is to be more consistent than life. And the hack to being more consistent than life is to live in the present moment. Dominate this moment. Don't worry about the future moments. The future moments being tomorrow. Don't focus on that. Yes, know that you're going to live and see tomorrow, but that's not your focus. Your focus is right now, because what you do today will impact tomorrow. Now, that's your job. Control right now. Don't worry about what may come. Don't worry about what you believe to be something difficult. Focus on controlling right now and make it easy on yourself by breaking it into small parts, to little parts. Sometimes we think about the things that we have to get done, and we think about it in a speed kind of way where we feel like it has to be done super fast, like quick. And that's the easiest way to fail, because nothing can be done quick. Quality takes time. So you break it into small pieces and you do every piece with high quality. You do it in such a way where the root is so taken care of that it's bound to produce a high quality thing, whatever it is. Like when I'm doing my artwork, when I was younger, a lot younger, when I was like a kid, I used to like to draw fast and get it done quick because I could see the end result in my mind, and I just wanted to get to that end result. But that's good, because all art is relative. It has value. I don't want to say that working fast does not produce value. It does produce value, but for me, learning how to enjoy every stroke of the pencil, learning how to enjoy every stroke of the brush, learning how to enjoy the process of creating a work is really where it's at. Because when you're trying to produce greatness, the greatness comes from how much attention you give to detail, the little things inside the process. So if you're trying to lose weight, the mindset of you can see where you want to be, that's important. Don't get me wrong. But what's more important is, can you enjoy today when you go to the gym, when you're working out? Can you enjoy this moment? Can you enjoy the fact that, yes, you have not reached your goal, maybe you're overweight, or maybe you're not as strong as you want to be, or you don't have a 6-pack or 8-pack yet. But can you enjoy this moment, this process, this piece that you're adding towards your destination, this step that you're taking? Can you enjoy it? Can you focus on it, but then not focus on it too much? Focus on it in the sense of, you know that you're making progress, but not so much to where you get hung up on this step and you're dwelling on the fact that you've come this far, because it's not about coming this far. Life is a continual process of remaining consistent, doing it every single time. Every single time you're constantly working on yourself. You're constantly refining your body. You're constantly taking yourself to the point where even the goal that you set is no longer good enough, because it's not about reaching a goal so that you can rest. It's about living the goal. It's about becoming the goal. Whatever that goal is, remember and keep in mind and know this, that your goal, truthfully, is to become it becomes your new normal. Because it's not about the goal, it's about who you become in the process of achieving that goal. And then once you reach that goal, you want to push past that goal. You want to take it to the point where it doesn't matter that you have achieved your goal. Now you're going to live your goal. Every single day, you're going to do the things that brought you your goal, and you're going to set new heights. You're going to push yourself. If you're like me, when I go to the gym, I do 5 sets of everything. And the sets are 16, 12, 10, 8, 6. And I just roll. That's my number that I roll with. And I increased it. It used to be 15, 12, 10, but now it's 16. I like that number because it's even. It breaks into 2 8s. But the idea is to do the best 16 that I possibly can. I know that I'm doing my best when I move with power, and then I control the negative going real slow. And for those of you who are really into working out, who are into the breathing and posture and strict movement, you understand you know what I'm talking about. Because sometimes I go to the gym and it takes a lot of concentration, because I see a lot of people with terrible form. And sometimes you get results with terrible form, but that's neither here nor there. The point is that the mental aspect of working out and doing it with control is what I aim for when I go to the gym. Because in life, if you think about it, your toughest moments are the moments when you're living inside of your head and things are going on that don't bring you to your place of peace. That's what's most difficult about life is when you're inside of your head. It's not the outside. It's not the physical world. Because the physical world is, in most cases, not as bad as we tend to make it in our head. So if we can control our mental environment, it makes everything else easier, So anyway, today's message, I hope that had an impact on you. I hope that, you go forth from this point knowing that every single day you got to bring it. And you only have to control your 24. Control today. Control who you are and what's going on in your head, because it's really about your mental environment. If you take care of your mental environment, everything else will work out for you, because that's the only thing that really matters. This is Coach Rahien. Peace.